Well, it's 1 week since my last update video, and I'm actually doing one, which is something I always want to do, but I never actually get to doing, so, maybe I'm on a roll to something better here. But this is sort of a direct sequel to the last update video, where I was talking about my recording studio, and basically that has been delayed. I'm going to be going back to recording in my car. And it's not because I wasn't working on it or didn't put effort into it. It's just that it's turning out to be a longer process than I thought it would be. I've got all the foam on the walls, probably a lot more than most people called for. And I've got a curtain up, and it's held by a tension rod, and I did all this fancy stuff for it, but I'm still just not getting the sound I want, and it's definitely not the sound I'd want to make the future sound. And I can tell it's going to take a lot more work. And I have some different theories on how to get it to work. Maybe it won't take a lot of work. Maybe it's just this thing. Maybe it's just that thing. But in any case, it's probably going to take some time. It's probably going to take some troubleshooting. So while I get that figured out, I'm basically gonna I'm sort of using this time to step back and reevaluate where I am and where I need to be, instead of just digging deeper. Because I could find a solution right tomorrow, or I couldn't. And I want to start getting videos out again, so I'm going to start basically go back to, for the most part, my routine of editing, recording, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to set aside one day where I work on the studio, and I basically try different approaches. Essentially going to be a few hours every week. And if I come up with a solution, great, I can maybe kick back into gear the process of migrating my recording. But if I can't, well, I'll still be uploading videos. And whenever this studio situation is solved, I think I want to make that chunk of time basically an allotted amount of time I use to focus on more long-term things for the channel. Because that's one of the issues I've had. It's something I've probably talked about in a lot of these journals, the later ones, 20 and onwards, is the fact that I focus on a lot of short-term things, but the channel's been going on long enough that they're these sort of long-term things that need focus. And I want to allot time for that. So just thought I'd give this update, and I think the important thing is not... Sometimes when you're trying to solve a problem, at least when I am, you get into this situation where you just keep digging deeper. And especially if I've dealt with computer problems or something, and sometimes the answer is to just step back, take a deep breath, and reevaluate things. Maybe slow down the pace, figure out some other plan, so you can get things done while you work on this more slowly, because you don't know when a solution is going to be there. This actually ties into something else. It's with my laptop, so I'm going to have to record on my terrible old laptop again and bring that out into the car. There's a plan A and a plan B. Plan A is I can get that thing running well enough that I can record for the next few months. I'm just going to strip it down, as in, remove a lot of the unnecessary files on there, get rid of unnecessary programs, just make it a machine for recording my videos, basically. Plan B is that doesn't go well, I'm going to have to fork out money and get a new laptop. Which is going to suck because I'm going to have a studio eventually, but I'll have to figure out uses for that laptop eventually. I mean, I guess I can take it to the library, since that's something I like doing, and work on stuff there and find uses for it, but we'll have to see. That's sort of down the road. But what I was saying with this laptop is basically I haven't booted this thing up in a while, and it was getting progressively worse when I was using it. So it's going to be a process. I first have to get the thing updated, then I'm going to have to clean out files, then I'm going to have to remove programs, then I might have to defrag or run, I don't know if there's malware on there, probably not, just because every time I think there is, there usually isn't, it's just other problems. But I'm going to run all this stuff. And instead of, I basically, even with this, I set aside time, and I was like, this is going to take a while. So I set up my laptop. I went to the check for updates tab, and sure enough, Windows is dying to run for updates, as it always is. And as much as I wanted to get mad at it, I just went on to my other computer and found some other tasks to do. I did something not related to work. I have a playlist of like music for downloading, because I like to download all my music. So I just took some time and did that. It's basically a hobby thing. So then I can put together all my own playlist and stuff. And I just worked on that while I was getting this laptop's problems fixed. As far as the channel goes, I'm still under the condition, like I told my viewers, I'm not on hiatus again, but it's going to take a little while till the next upload. So it's not like I have to update them on anything. And hopefully by next Monday I have even more progress. Hopefully the laptop's working by then, and if I haven't recorded something, I'm hopefully have a bunch of stuff stored up to record. I think I want to make my recording day Tuesday. So we'll see, and hopefully I can meet expectations or come up with some good plan to work around that.